Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're continuing on with Season 1 of Miss Marvel, this time Episode 3.
Destiny.
So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you will see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. If you guys want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKoay, or become a member of this channel to not only watch this show without cuts and interruptions, but a lot of other shows that we've got on there.
Yeah, we've got Love, Death, and Robots, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've also got The Mandalorian. We've got other Marvel shows as well, like Hawkeye, WandaVision, Loki. You name it, we've done it.
Jesus, okay. So anyway, if you want to watch this with us without the cuts and interruptions, you will need your own Disney Plus subscription, so you can open up the episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown to help you get in sync real easily, and it's like you're watching with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go. Yo, we've had to wait like weeks to see this.
Yeah.
Because we got the screeners.
Yeah. I love the music behind the logo we've got here. Very exciting.
Saw Captain Marvel in there. I'm just like thinking about the Eric Voss breakdown. He usually talks about the Marvel logo. So
the music, it's are they using
some Moon Knight,
some Indian or South Asian instruments and instrumentation and vocals? I love it. I like it.
British occupied India, 1942. Whoa, we're going way back.
All right. Before partition. Oh, this must be where the bangle's from, right?
Faria, Celine, I found it.
Oh.
Should we be concerned it's on a severed arm?
You heard what that man from the temple said.
He said we would need 2.
Who are you?
Check on Adam. Najma, it's the British Army. We don't have time.
Aisha, we don't know what just one bangle will do.
Oh. She called her Aisha.
Aisha, we can't let them get their hands on this bangle. You go that way. I'll go check on the others.
I promise.
So that's not her grandmother, right?
Aisha was from another dimension, and so are we.
No, of course, yeah.
We're not here by choice.
You all look very good for being around in the 40s.
Thank you.
Okay. Not all of us. Kid's 17.
Okay, that's a relief.
You're making it awkward now.
What did I teach you? All right, calm down.
Someone's got a question.
It's getting a bit noisier.
My knowledge is failing me. What's the name of the Indian god that's blue?
I'm not sure.
Those people out there just see you as a kid playing dress up, but I know that you've inherited greatness.
So you want my bangle?
Yes.
We're known as the clandestines. As to what we are, we've been called Majnun, unseen. The list goes on. But what we're most commonly known as is Jinn.
I'm sorry, did you just say Jinn?
You know what a djinn is, right?
No.
Do not forget we are trying to drop the name Nightlight.
What are you even talking about?
It's a bad name. It just sounds like it's for 5-year-olds.
Come on.
Vishnu.
Focus.
I'm a Jinn.
And tonic?
I found out what I am, and it's not his guardian or alien or anything cool like that. I like the stuff on my childhood nightmares.
Yeah.
So like a group of Jinn people saved me from all the drone stuff last night. They call themselves the clandestines, and Kamran's one of them.
Of course.
I don't really know how I can help a group of ghosts and their average-looking son. Look, I'm just gonna need a lot more information.
And I will tell you everything.
Her average-looking son. I just got that.
Do you know anything about interdimensional travel off the top of your head? That's N-O-O.
Actually, no, that reminds me of a paper I read. I think it's by Dr. Eric Selvig.
Perfect.
Oh.
You're trending.
What?
Dr. Eric Selvig from Thor.
Is there a problem, officer?
I love those shoes.
Actually, Department of Damage Control.
Hey, rude.
We received a report of an unidentified enhanced individual operating out of this mosque.
Operating?
It is a very serious matter.
Serious because your person of interest is enhanced or because she was spotted at a mosque, ma'am?
Return when you have a signed warrant.
Yes, Nakia.
Next time, remove your shoes.
Yes. So disrespectful.
It's very rude.
Rude. I mean, I know it's not your culture, but still.
He completely ruined our election result meeting where a board member became a board member.
Hey, come on, pay attention.
Wait, did you just say you won? Maybe. Dude, bro.
Let's get changed for the Mindy.
Oh, the food. She's over it.
No, I think she's
Good joke, everybody. Hilarious. But you're only supposed to hide
one pair of shoes.
Not all of my shoes.
Few damage control agents came poking around the masjid. No biggie. They didn't seem particularly happy about it.
Oof, the trouble this girl's causing, a mother should be ashamed of herself.
Oh my God.
Bruno came by earlier. He said he couldn't get out of his shift, but he has left this box for you.
I'm surprised she didn't snoop into it.
All right. I know my mom would have.
There's only so many girls that could have been at that mosque, right?
So how does she convince everyone that she's good?
Good. It's not a thing you are, Kamala. It is a thing you do.
I like him.
What is it?
Oh.
Oh, is he giving her like a... Oh, he gave her a mask.
What did you think it was?
No, I thought it was like the full suit. Because we still haven't seen her in her full outfit
Well,
yet.
maybe when she puts it on, it's like a Power Ranger thing. She just morphs.
It's just something for cultural studies class.
The djinn?
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
No, I'm good.
Let me, please come.
Come on.
Supernatural beings of pre-Islamic folklore, the jinn, have had many names across time and cultures. Some call them genies, others demons.
He's enjoying this so much.
Exiled from their home world and damned to live out their days trapped in our own.
Haven't heard that one before.
See ya, Bruno.
Have a good night, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. I feel like she should have asked the question, why were you exiled?
I can't be the superhero. I don't know. Maybe this is something I need to do. Something good.
I got into Caltech.
Wow.
What? I mean, that's awesome. I didn't know you found out already.
I did, and I think I need to go.
You called it.
Whatever mountain you're facing, you don't have to do it alone. Amir is getting married. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh?
Who would have thought that would happen?
He's being quite nice about it.
Well.
Hey, we've only been waiting for this long.
Yeah, we've been waiting for 80 years.
We can wait for
I think
like...
we can wait another 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's fine.
Apparently it might be dangerous if we don't do it right.
Of course it's dangerous. Why wouldn't it be?
Who knew? And you still asked Kamala to do it anyway?
This place will never be our home. We're going to make her help us. I'm not asking anymore.
Yeah, when she was like, so you want my bracelet? That was the moment I was like, yeah, something's off.
Yeah, it's the way she looked at her as well. Aww. This is so cute.
So that's gonna suck.
Oh, he's in the Hulk outfit. I love it. Oh, here we go, Kamala.
I'm just preemptively getting ready to feel bad for her brother. that his wedding's gonna get crashed.
Oh, and B-Funk are there as well. That's so cool.
Jaby! Now,
Uh-oh.
Okay, everyone. Let's
Come run.
Can we talk? I need to talk to you alone.
Oh.
When my mother wants something, nothing stands in her way.
Come on, my whole family's here right now.
I know, I tried to call you.
Ooh.
Let's get everyone out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great.
Like, nope. Oh. Whoa. What's Auntie's weapon? A frying pan? That's cool. How'd she get out so quick? Oh! Bruno!
Oh, damn.
Damn! All right. Now you're motivated.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, his whip's a lot bigger than yours,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my God. How are you going to stand up to that?
Come on. Where are you gonna go?
Ouch.
Yes, you said you would protect me.
Why should I protect those who betray me?
Oh, a little bit glad to see them. Arrested quite easily,
What you mean they had those gun thingies?
I guess.
Where have you been? Did you pull the alarm? Who were those people you were with? They were arrested.
Can you tell us what exactly happened?
Just tell the truth.
I can't. Okay.
She can't tell them in an effort to protect them? Is that the idea?
I guess. I feel like she may as well. I was wondering, I was like, you should call Nani. And sure enough, Nani's calling her.
Can I call you later?
You need to come to Karachi.
What? Ami wouldn't even let me go.
That's what I said on the train.
Yeah.
Did you see the train, beta?
How did you know about that?
Because I saw it too, which is why you have to come. You have to come to Karachi.
All right.
That was presumably that's the train that would have taken her family from India to Pakistan, right?
I was guessing that it was tied to the partition in some way.
Yeah.
That's what made sense to me. I mean, some of the details of Partition are a little bit lost on me and mostly been gleaned from just random things from movies and like documentary stuff on YouTube and whatever.
Mhm.
But I remember at the beginning of Bharat, the Salman Khan one,
Yeah,
the train thing was a big part of the opening of that movie.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel about this episode?
I liked it. It was, it's just kind of carrying on the story. We've got the villains introduced now. I think because I've been reading the comics, it's kind of spoiled me a little bit because I keep expecting things to happen in certain ways and then they don't. Like, for instance, Kamran in the comics is a baddie. And so I was expecting it to be this surprise where it's like, he's actually on their side, And then he turns out, oh, actually, he's still on her side, which I like because I do like Rish Shah, who's playing Kamran. I like the life he's giving to the character, and I think it's really cool to kind of have him on Miss Marvel's side right now. So I'm glad that they made that choice. But it was interesting to make these villains jinn, which is, it's supernatural. And so I'm kind of like, oh, this is a very interesting direction that they're going, but it's also cool because it's taking elements of Islamic mythology and culture and just fusing it into the Marvel world, which I'm not mad at.
I liked the episode. I thought it was fun story-wise. I think that direction-wise, it was slightly clunky, especially in terms of the action. What I appreciated about this episode that we have not been getting a lot of in Marvel or Disney Plus shows in general is slowing down to get connected with characters and some normalcy. Normalcy just as far as like human beings, because everything is just like move. We've only got 6 episodes to tell the story. I still feel that way about this. I wish that Disney Plus would give more episodes to these shows so they could be further fleshed out. This has been a common complaint of mine. But the fact that they're able to find moments, opportunities to sort of have realness, real stuff that they're talking about, even if it's just fleeting, like her older brother saying how he's only got $700 in his bank account, and the dad's like, you'll be all right, you chose love, you chose family, that's gonna be good for you. It was a nice little touching moment.
And that's an important theme that's been coming up as well, because her mom was saying the same thing, like, I found my family, my people. Yeah.
And the fact that they're really seeking out those opportunities in this show to have human moments is important to me, and that's what makes this show relatable and cool and more enjoyable. Even the dancing stuff at the wedding I thought was nice,
Yeah, because it's such a huge part of South Asian culture as well, to have like a lot of dancing in the wedding, and so I was really happy that they shared that with everyone. So yeah.
The only thing is, in terms of style and execution, I feel like nothing measures up to that first episode still. There was something really special and unique about it that managed to capture all that stuff that I liked about emotions and character and whatnot, and still have it moving and have cool action and whatnot. And I was hoping that this was going to bring that back, and it didn't. There was some interesting, cool stuff, but it still felt awkward and paced weird in terms of the action and what have you. Especially at the end when she was getting surrounded, there was just something strange in terms of the way it was shot and edited that didn't feel like urgency and danger and threat. It felt more like kind of following the blocking that they were told to do. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, like it didn't really have like a very big cool factor when it came to the fight scenes.
Counter to that though, I did think it was neat how she was discovering her power. And I think that the revealing of that power is nice because, in my mind, especially going off of images I've seen of Miss Marvel with the big hand and whatnot, they managed to make it look cool so far.
Yeah, and it's because they haven't gone with the kind of polymorphic thing where she can just like change her body to be different sizes. So it is cool that it's this kind of like crystalline thing, which kind of seems otherworldly, which makes sense because, that's the connection in the story. But the director of this episode is the same director as the last one. So
that makes sense,
we noted before that she does a better job with the like human elements, the character, the story.
I would say she does a better job of that than action.
Yes.
But not necessarily a better job overall than the directors of the first episodes.
Okay.
The first episode, rather.
Right, yeah. The first episode was really strong. All I'm saying is those guys will be back, so don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get that episode.
To what you were saying about the dude, the boy toy, what's his name? Rish?
Kamran.
Kamran, that's the actor's name, is Rish Shah.
Rish Shah is the actor, yeah.
Regarding him being a villain still, I did wonder for a fleeting moment if like all of this was a ploy to get her on his side, so that because he's still a bad guy maybe, but then I thought, well, they wouldn't have shown that scene where he's talking to his mom.
Exactly.
Or is it his mom or his grandma?
His mom, yeah.
They didn't have shown that scene of him going, no, it's too soon, blah, blah, blah. In terms of that right there, though, the quick switch of like, oh, they're going to go kill you because they want that bracelet. It's like, if they were that impatient, I don't know why they wouldn't have taken it from her when she was on the couch.
I wonder if it's maybe because they require her in order to use it for some reason.
Okay, then why didn't they just do it then?
They said, oh, I don't know, because they said that like because she was born in this world, she has a connection to it that she's able to use it. So I guess they do need her because they couldn't use it themselves. Like her grandmother tried to use it.
That's fine. That's not lost on me. All I'm saying is, why didn't they do that sooner? Why were they nice and then all of a sudden 180 degrees like the next day?
Yeah.
It seemed that was like a clunky story beat to me that probably wouldn't have happened if there was more episodes and they could spread this out a little bit. It just seemed like, hey, we're super soft and super nice and you're just part of the family, and then we're gonna kill you like all of a sudden out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Hold on, why are you spending the time to set this up other than the fact that they needed to communicate to the audience this backstory?
I mean, I guess mythologically the jinn are pretty like, they're capricious, I think maybe is the word I'm looking for. But like, yeah, they can change their mind.
Like they're bipolar, just all of a sudden?
I don't know. They're pretty scary. Jinn are scary.
All right, cool.
So maybe that's kind of the vibe that they were going for.
Speaking of the jinn, I thought it was kind of cool how they gave them each individual cool powers and whatnot. The guy with the belt thing I thought was really neat, the way that was coming out.
I think that was my favorite one.
Yeah. I can't even remember the other powers.
There was one guy who had a thing that kind of looked like a hammer maybe, almost like a Hanuman type thing perhaps. And then there was the lady with the spear.
The mom had a pan.
Yeah, frying pan.
Frying pan.
That's a very good weapon. If you've watched Tangled, you would know. Yeah.
I watched Roger Rabbit. I could knock you right out.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why she grabbed the frying pan. Did anything happen with it? I can't remember now.
No, nothing. She put it back down. She doesn't really have a weapon. Yeah.
That's a weird Chekhov's gun, like a minor Chekhov's gun.
I know. I was expecting her to like turn the frying pan into like a mega pan or something.
Speaking of the stove, that was like the moment that told me this action is really clunky in this episode when Miss Marvel's like moving around the kitchen and whatnot, pushing with her powers, and then the dude with the belt falls on the stove and he's got fire on his arm. And the way that whole thing went, I'm like, this is feeling a little bit like Leia being chased around by the stormtroopers. Like, it's just a little bit odd.
Right.
That's the best way to classify it for me, because I didn't like that action in Obi-Wan, that specific action, not to bring that conversation into this one. Yeah, I was just hoping for a little bit more, and I think that if they had this is one of those moments where I'm like, I wish they had two directors instead of just one, because if they had two directors, one can handle the action with more finesse, the other can handle the more dramatic elements of the story.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this isn't like the biggest fight that we're going to see
No,
yet.
Obviously we have 3 more episodes to go.
Yeah.
But you would hope that along the way, the action that you are getting to keep you satisfied until the big finale is still going to be nice.
Sure.
And so it shouldn't be clunky and awkward feeling along the way. That was my only thing. But, the acting's good and the story's still there. And even though that story beat the 180 switch all of a sudden was odd to me, overall, I like the emotional stuff and the character stuff.
The stuff with the family. Like the scene she had in the bathroom with her mother, like it brought tears to my eyes, because there's just something about, like, whatever age you are, I feel, when you have a close relationship with your mother, there's something about, being in a vulnerable state and being able to just talk to your mom and have her give you a hug. Yeah. There's just something really lovely about that. And I love the family dynamics in the show. Like, her parents are always somehow telling her the things that she needs to hear. Also, her, I don't know what you call the leader of the mosque or whatever, but he gave her some good advice as well about how it's not, you're not a good person, it's the deeds that you do, right?
Gotcha.
That make you good. And so, like, she's getting a lot from her family and her community around her to kind of help her out. She just needs to listen. I feel like if she told her family what was going on, they might be a little bit like, whoa, that's a lot. But then I think they would come around and be able to help her out.
They didn't really establish a good reason for her not to share with her parents or her mom why she's like keeping it secret. I don't understand why she has to keep that information from her mom. Like, what is going to happen if her mom knows?
Right, because at this point, it's not like them knowing is going to put them in any more danger. They already are in danger. So why not just tell them, like, okay, you're not going to believe this, but this is what's going on. And by the way, I can do this thing. Okay, do you believe me now?
It seems a little bit odd that, like, no one is putting any information together. I mean, I don't know. It's like, okay, so where were you, Kamala? You pulled the fire alarm and you ruined the wedding. And there was a bunch of grown-ups, some sketchy-looking grown-ups who came into the room. Who were those people?
Yeah.
And you're just not going to say anything. And you're going to allow your daughter of Pakistani, of Asian descent, you're just going to let your daughter go upstairs without an explanation.
Oh, yeah. That bit, I was kind of like, what Asian parents do that?
That's very... No, that's not going to...
My mom would have been like, no, you're telling me right now, and you're not leaving until you tell me, so you better tell me something that I want to hear. So tell me now.
Yeah, I didn't buy that. I said, all of that was sort of weird. I just didn't get, like, why she can't tell her mom, or her parents, and why her mom would just let her go upstairs without an explanation, because that would not fly with my mom. Like, my mom would pull me by the ear and hold me there until I told her what happened. And I feel like that's the same thing that Kamala's mom would have done. Maybe you just can't show that or something.
Yeah, I reckon it's probably something to do with that. It's like, no, you can't show that. That's too much. Too much real.
Well, you know, you're going for all these elements and trying to make it as, like, you know, give
authentic.
That authenticity and whatnot. Go all the way. No half measures, you know?
No half measures. I would say maybe just wait and see. Perhaps some of her family members might put two and two together.
That's the biggest thing to me is just like there's only so many people of that size who fit the description of Miss Marvel or Nightlight that would be at that mosque at that particular moment to save that boy. Yeah. So who could it be? And you see Kamala pulling the fire alarm thing. It's like, okay, is anyone else seeing these clues? Like, I understand that we have the omnipotent perspective on this whole thing because we're just we're the audience. But goddamn, if no one suggests such a random possibility, like you haven't seen her. She's always out.
Right, yeah.
She had scratches on her knees. Like, come on. Like, I get that maybe it's preposterous to think that her mom could leap to such a conclusion, but her mom has a connection to where that power came from. Is her mom completely oblivious? Her mom doesn't know anything at all?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, so I'm onto something is what you're trying to...
It's a possibility, okay? It's a possibility. But I don't know if they're going to do exactly the same things as in the comics. So
her mom is just playing dumb. Is basically what's happening here.
Maybe, or maybe she just hasn't figured it out yet. But I mean, she seems like a pretty smart lady. So maybe it's only a matter of time. But I do like that her nanny called her up and she's like, yo, did you see the train? You should come now.
So that was her nanny talking to her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the idea there.
Her grandmother saw the train as well. And so... who knows, maybe her mom also saw it. Yeah, I like that straight away, because I was already thinking like, okay, if that happened, it would totally make sense for her to call her grandmother and be like, hey nanny, like, what is up? Can you help make sense of this? But instead her grandma called her and she's all like, you gotta come. And so that's gonna be the next stage of the story, I think.
Did it bother anybody else that she was rolling around that dirty ass kitchen and then just crawled straight into her bed when she got home? Is it just me?
Jaby, Koay. Like, you gotta like let things go for movies. I used to get bothered when people would like jump on their bed with their shoes on. I'm like, who does that?
Oh, like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone?
Yeah.
I know it's a show and there's like, well, we don't have time to show her like getting cleaned up and whatnot, but goddamn. If any of you have ever worked in a restaurant of any kind, the kitchen is like the grossest. The kitchen floor is like the grossest part of the restaurant.
Jaby, Koay, you have to suspend disbelief for shows and movies, okay?
She's just getting tossed around, beaten up, and whatever, and whirling around the kitchen floor. Then just crawls under her bed. I'm like, that bed must stink. God damn.
Out of all the things in this episode to pick up on, you pick up on that?
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Thanks again. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.